Greetings, math people, and it's unfortunate we're still dealing with this COVID-19 pandemic with this Omicron variant, cases increasingly rising in America where I am and also across the world. But in this particular video, I want to speak of another pandemic that has the potential of being just as destructive in another sense. And this pandemic is the pandemic of cheating, of academic cheating. It's maybe to call it a pandemic is a bit much. So I don't know if it's as widespread enough to coin it as a pandemic, but it has a significant presence in modern day academics. So it's a significant threat, and stupid people cheat, and cheating makes you dumber. Now let me elaborate for a second. So I'm not saying that people cheat because they're stupid. I'm saying that people are stupid because they cheat. So I'm not saying people cheat because they're stupid. I think they cheat because they believe they're stupid, so they don't believe in their own innate intellectual abilities to perform a particular task. And so thus they cheat. That's one of the reasons they cheat. Other people cheat because it's somewhat in vogue these days and they think it's cool. Let me cheat through this assignment or through this test if I can, versus learning the material. Some people even cheat when they understand the material because, again, it's somewhat in vogue in certain circles. So people cheat because they think they're stupid. So they doubt themselves. They have no confidence. They don't believe they can learn the material. Others cheat because it's somewhat in vogue, and others cheat simply because they're lazy. Now, none of those three reasons are practical or promising. So if you cheat because you don't believe in your abilities, and so that lack of confidence, so the belief in which you are stupid becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Again, no one's getting smarter by cheating. Cheating may get you across some particular thing, but it's definitely not making you smarter. You don't learn from cheating. You don't become more intelligent from cheating. So cheating, in essence, makes you more stupid. It makes you more dumb. It makes you less intelligent. So the more people cheat, the more cheating becomes, the more widespread cheating becomes, the dumber we become as a nation, the dumber we become as a planet. And I think you can kind of envision the ramifications of us as a people becoming dumber. So that's why I'm against cheating. One of the main reasons, there's a million reasons to be against cheating, but I think it's incumbent upon educators, professors, teachers, instructors to devise your course in a way that abates the significance of cheating. I don't believe you can ever wipe it out. You should, of course, try to, but I think instructors, professors, teachers need to do a better job of combating cheating. And these days, there's a lot of apps students use to cheat. There's websites, so just a lot of things through electronic means people use to cheat. Instructors, professors, teachers need to start using ways to combat this. Don't just accept it as a thing that can't be stopped. There are ways that you can utilize to combat the cheating. But this video is not about devising techniques to combat cheating. This video is pointing out the negative impact of cheating, primarily the students. Students actually believe when they're cheating that they're winning. that they have accomplished something, when really they're losing. They haven't accomplished anything. In fact, they're making themselves, as I've stated before, stupider, dumber, less intelligent. All right. So let's look at it. Okay, you cheat and you pass a course, or you cheat and you pass a test, or you cheat and you pass some homework assignment. At some point, this cheating is going to catch up with you. Now, maybe you're able to make it through high school based off cheating. You're able to graduate from high school based off cheating. And you may be surprised, but I've seen it happen. So again, cheating is fairly rampant these days. Again, with the advent of apps and electronics, it's probably becoming a little more prominent than it used to be. Of course, with remote learning, which was in vogue last year, it probably was a little more prominent than it normally is. So it's a fairly prominent problem. But it's kind of like thinking that you can have a sustainable income by robbing people, by stealing. Like you can steal for the rest of your life and have a long life, live 60 years on a sustainable income from stealing. It's idiotic to think that's the case. Similarly, it's idiotic to think that you can maintain academic success in any particular subject. Of course, I'm dealing mostly with math, or not mostly, I'm dealing exclusively with math. You can sustain an academic success based simply off cheating. If you are able to make it through high school cheating, so let me concentrate on math just for a second. So let's say you're able to make it through high school math cheating. So you cheated and made it through your sophomore, junior, and senior courses via cheating. Maybe your 9th grade course was easy enough for you to figure out, but after that, after 9th grade, you got a challenge. Instead of persevering, fighting, asking them for help, doing the things that will get you through life, you just figured out believed you couldn't do it, started cheating, and actually got away with it. All right, you cheated your way through high school mathematics. Now, if your plan is just to work at Walmart after high school, it's still wrong, but it's not as problematic. You're not going to be using it anyway. If your plan is to go to college, it becomes a little more problematic and a little more idiotic to cheat. Now, you may proclaim, well, I'm going to major in such and such. And while majoring in such and such, or having such and such career, I don't need to be able to do trigonometric identities, or to calculate polar coordinates, or to evaluate parametric equations, or to find a definite integral, etc., so forth and so on. And perhaps you may be right. Now, perhaps you also may be wrong. You know, it's surprising every year when students really don't understand the math courses that they were required to take for certain majors. I have students that want to go into medical school and don't think they're going to have to take calculus in college. So before you make these presumptions about what you need to be successful in your career, or just in the course load of your career, these days you can pretty much go to any college's website, and in most cases, not all, but in most cases, you'll be able to look at the courses you need for your particular major. So if you whatever you want to do and you go to that course, you go to that particular major, and it's not requiring you to do any mathematics. So I'm assuming you're going to be majoring in basket weaving or modern dance or something like that. It's not asking you to do any type of mathematics. Then you're cheating in high school it's less problematic. But if it is asking you to do, at the very minimum, most ones at the very minimum will ask you to take college algebra, which is on pace with high school algebra 2 / pre-cal, like a combination of algebra 2 and pre-cal. Or if in your more of the more math heavy majors, which of course is going to ask you at least to take several courses in calculus, and then the more math heavy you get into stuff like differential equations and linear algebra and all that good stuff. But you cheated your way through high school math, right? So that means you didn't learn jack, because you don't learn by cheating. I can't state this enough. Like, you don't learn from cheating. You become dumber. You become more stupid from cheating. So you cheated your way through high school, and now you're in college. Again, I'm not talking about the guy that's going to work at Walmart for the rest of his life. I'm talking about the person trying to go in college. So now you're in college. Guess what happens when you go to college? They give you a placement exam, because albeit you may have, and again, you cheated, so you might have an A in all your high school math courses. They don't trust it. So no matter what you got, they don't trust it, and there's historical reasons why they don't trust it, and I don't blame them for not trusting it. So they're going to give you a placement exam just to make sure what math course they need to place you in. Now, if you cheated most of your high school career, that means you don't know jack. You're not going to do very well on this placement exam. Now, of course, I know what you're thinking. You're just thinking you can cheat forever. So you're thinking you're going to cheat on the placement exam. Good luck. And we'll talk a minute later. Let's talk about what if you actually do successfully, if you're able to find a way to cheat on a placement exam. But good luck with that. But let's see what normally would happen is you fail the placement exam, and you're stuck, if the college has it, you're stuck in something called developmental math. Now, in developmental math, and this of course I've taught myself, it's going to be no calculators in most cases, and we're going to get to the basics. And for many people, developmental math is like purgatory. They try it, can't pass, try it again, can't pass, and then after a while they just drop out of college. I've seen it happen a million times, because in this developmental math course, again, we're trying to teach you the basics that you should have learned in college, but you were too busy cheating. You didn't want to learn. You wanted to take the easy way out. You wanted to be cool, so you cheated, so you didn't learn jack. So now we're trying to remediate and make up for all that stuff you missed in high school in a semester. Now, again, if you're someone that's cheated, you already have low confidence if you cheated because you didn't believe you could do it, if you cheated because you believed you're stupid. So you're still holding this belief that you're stupid. And so it's going to be very difficult for you to succeed in this developmental math course. And you're going to be stuck in that purgatory, and you're going to try it 1 to 2 to 3 times, and then you're going to drop out. When you could have very easily just learned the material in high school. This is what you have to do. So this is the mistake students make at a certain point in high school. And for my dealing with students, you have students that either struggle with algebra and sometimes find like geometry very easy, but struggle with algebra. Or you have students that find algebra very easy, but struggle with geometry. So or you have students, just struggle with everything, been struggling with math since middle school. But whenever it occurs, so wherever you get to that point in that course where you struggle, whether you're in high school or middle school, what you have to do, basically in most cases, the math that you learn in middle school and high school, with the exception of some of those, higher end courses, AP Calculus, AP Statistics, maybe Pre-Cal, Trig, Math Analysis. Maybe those courses everybody can do. But everything else, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, middle school math, pretty much everybody can do. Now, everybody can't do it easily. So some people are going to struggle. And when you get to that point where you struggle, and to most students, struggling is just, I don't instantly get it. I didn't instantly get it. So, it's impossible. I can't do it. Let me either just bow my head down and fail, or let me cheat. What one must do when you get to that point where you struggle, first, number one, believe in your intellectual ability to understand, even if you don't understand something initially. And understand some things you have to work at. So, okay, I don't understand it initially. Let me ask some questions that may help me understand. Let me ask for help. Someone can explain again so I can understand. And even if that doesn't work, let me continue to work at it while believing in myself until I get it. And let's say I don't get it. I do all the right things and I don't get it. It's one topic. So let's say a course has 30 topics, say. If you don't get 3 of the 30 topics, that's still fine. It's still sufficient. So ideally, we want you to get all 30 topics and master them well. But if there's a topic here and there that you don't understand, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not a green light just to start cheating and give up on your ability to process information. It's just certain topics, and there are certain topics that everybody doesn't get. So of the courses I teach, there are certain topics that generally some people are not going to get. There are certain topics that generally everybody gets, and there's stuff in between. So again, unless, if you're taking AP calculus and you're struggling on a bunch of stuff and you've never been the best math student in the world, maybe you need to take a different course. But again, for those regular courses, middle school math, algebra and algebra 2, geometry, stuff like that, I believe everybody can progress successfully through those courses without cheating if they just persevere, believe in themselves, and do all the things they need to do to understand the material. Now, that not also just for those courses, that type of mentality is something that travels in other aspects of life. Not giving up, persevering, asking for help, working at something, just keep working and believing in yourself until you actually get it. That travels. Cheating doesn't travel. So for my students out there, if you've been tempted to cheat, if you have cheated previously, if you think cheating is the way to go, that's your avenue towards success, please stop and think about it. Stupid people cheat.